Imagine waking up in the year 1348. There is no shower, no toothbrush, no toilet paper, and worst of all, people genuinely believed that taking a hot bath might kill you. Outside your door, the streets of England are muddy and narrow. Waste trickles past wooden houses, and the air smells of smoke, animals, and decay. This is the year the Black Death sweeps across the country, spreading fear faster than understanding. At the time, many doctors believed disease traveled through poisonous air, something they called miasma. According to this theory, hot water opened the pores of the body, and once your pores were open, deadly air could enter more easily. So instead of bathing to protect themselves, people often avoided it. Public bathhouses that once operated began to disappear, and clean skin was no longer seen as protection, but as a dangerous weakness. Yet medieval people were not completely careless about hygiene. Rather than washing frequently, they focused on their clothing, especially clean linen undergarments. It was believed that white linen could draw sweat and toxins out of the body, acting almost like a sponge for illness. People changed these garments when possible, trusting fabric more than water. It was not perfect, but in a world without plumbing or germ theory, it felt logical. Then comes the uncomfortable question. Without toilet paper, what did people use? The answer depended on status and wealth. Peasants used whatever nature provided: grass, moss, leaves, straw, or rough cloth scraps. Comfort was secondary to survival. Wealthier households used softer pieces of cloth that could be washed and reused. In castles, toilets were built into thick stone walls in small chambers called garderobes. A wooden or stone seat was placed over a vertical shaft, and waste simply dropped into a pit or moat below. There was no flushing system. Gravity handled everything. Surprisingly, nobles often hung their clothing inside these garderobes because ammonia from human waste helped kill fleas and parasites. It sounds revolting today, but in a world where infestations were constant, it was considered practical. In growing cities such as London, waste management became even more dangerous. Beneath many homes were cesspits that filled over time, and when they overflowed, someone had to empty them. These workers were known as gong farmers. They labored at night, climbing into pits of human waste with buckets and shovels, enduring unbearable smells and toxic gases that could suffocate them without warning. It was filthy, risky work, but without them, cities would have drowned in their own refuse. Even personal health brought strange and painful solutions. Toothaches were blamed on a mythical creature known as the toothworm, and treatments involved smoke, herbs, or heated metal pressed against the tooth to kill the imaginary parasite. In reality, bacteria were the cause, but that knowledge would arrive for centuries. Pain was common, and relief was uncertain. Looking back, medieval hygiene may seem shocking or even barbaric, but the people of 1348 were not ignorant. They were adapting with the limited understanding they possessed. Without modern medicine, without plumbing, and without scientific knowledge of germs, they created systems, however flawed, to survive daily life. Medieval England was not simply a place of filth. It was a society doing its best under terrifying circumstances, especially during the devastation of the Black Death. Their world was harsh, uncomfortable, and often foul-smelling, but it was also resilient. And when you turn on a hot shower today, stepping into clean running water without fear, remember that in 1348, that same act might have been seen as opening the door to death.